Hi everybody, this is Tanya Ortiz with the Facebook group HCG with Tanya Ortiz. Now, this is day 4 of the HCG diet, and if all goes well in 2 weeks and these drops work like it's working now, I'll be able to offer it to the general public. I always like to try something before I market it to make sure it works. And the whole reason I want to market HCG is because for weeks I was looking for some pure HCG, and there's not a lot of pure HCG out there. A lot of the HCG has water. If you look at the ingredients, as some of the bottles would even list HCG as the last ingredient. A lot of them have aminos, which, you know, I was just wanted HCG. I didn't want all that junk added in, and I finally got a company that has 99% pure HCG, not water and alcohol and 1,001 ingredients. So that's why I really do want to offer it to the general public. If people are looking for the real pure thing, they would be able to get it from me. So let me tell you how my day went. For breakfast, I had a hamburger and tomato. It was okay. My dinner was very good. Let me tell you how I fixed the fish. Not fish, shrimp. So I had marinated shrimp and some seasoning and some garlic and lemon. And since I can't use oil, I took some lemon slices and I put it in the bottom of the pan and the salt and pepper, and I put the shrimp on top of the lemon and I baked it. It tasted really good. So then I had all this juice in the bottom. So then I took asparagus, lots of asparagus, and I took the shrimp out. And I cooked asparagus in that juice and with the lemon, and it was just, it was very, very good. Now, I had to master coffee because I love coffee. Like, I'm the type of person, I would take lots of cream and lots of sugar and have a real sweet, creamy coffee every single morning. Well, I can't have that in low carb, so I had to figure this one out. So I'm doing my research online. I'm researching. So somebody told me to do this, and I did it, and it absolutely worked. And I even put a picture in my Facebook, on my Facebook page, and it's HCG with Tanya Ortiz, of the coffee. So what I do? I made some coffee, and then I took a teaspoon, because you're allowed to have, they said 2 tablespoons, but that scares me. I'm just going to do 2 teaspoons myself. So I took a teaspoon of the coconut oil, and I put it in my coffee, and I took some, vanilla cream stevia, and I put a couple drops of the vanilla cream stevia in the coffee. Then I put it in my magic bullet, and I ran it for about 45 seconds, and it made the coffee nice and creamy, and it was a little sweet. And that was a lot better than sitting there trying to drink some black coffee, because that just was not cutting it at all. And they said I could put a tablespoon of cream, but I'm just like, what the heck is a tablespoon? That's like a teaser. You know, that's nothing. I don't even want to do that. So I'm pretty happy. It's you know, now the second cup that I made today, I did it with decaf because I was just trying to figure it out, but it tasted really good. So I'm happy that I mastered the art of making low carb coffee. So I have to tell you about a dish. I had to do everything I could not to eat it after I made it. So I'm not a cook. I kind of messed it up sort of, but I'm going to master it. I'm going to cook it again tomorrow for the next day, and I'm going to master it because I don't cook. So kind of some things I might, you know, destroy in the process. So this girl had posted a picture of, celery soup. And I said, okay, you know, because I had celery is one of the vegetables we can eat. And just the idea of just taking these long celery stalks and just crunching on it, it just didn't seem too appetizing to me. So I'm like, what the heck am I going to do with this celery? I can't put anything on it. I don't want to, you know, chop it up and just cook it plain. So this is what you do. And oh my God, it smelled good. I tasted just a little bit. I just had to control myself. I honestly wanted to just go ahead and eat it. And I was like, no, you can't. You have to wait until tomorrow. So this is what you do. You take about 2 cups of celery, and you could dice it up big chunks. Okay, so lots of celery, 2 cups, and you put it in some boiling water. You know, again, you're only having a bowl, so you don't want a whole lot of water. No, I'm not the cook, so I don't measure things out. Sorry. So maybe this much water. I don't know. Just maybe the small pot, maybe 1/4 of the pot. So put the celery in. I chopped up some garlic, and they said we could have a teaspoon of diced onions without it counting as a vegetable. So I put the diced onions in, and then I took a chicken breast, put it in the oven. Now, what I was supposed to do, this is where I kind of messed up, but I'll get it right. I was supposed to cook chicken breast, take the juice out, and then pour it into the soup. Well, I'm not a cook. I put it on 400 degrees, and next thing I know, my chicken breast was it was dry. The soup had evaporated. The juice had evaporated, and it was just, so, oh well. I used it. I wasn't going to throw it away. So you cook down the celery, and then you put it in a food processor. Blend, 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 blend. Oh, let me back it up. You blend the celery in the water first, okay? Blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. And it actually gets nice and thick and creamy, amazingly. And then you put it back in a pan. Then you throw in your diced onions in. You're only using a teaspoon. You're not using the whole onion, or else it would count as another vegetable. And you can't have two vegetables at one time. So just a teaspoon of onions, dice up garlic, salt and pepper, and then it was still kind of bland. I was like, okay, so I looked at the recipe again, and it called for celery salt. Oh my goodness, that took it to a whole nother level. I was like, wow. And then I took the chicken, I diced that up, threw it in there, cooked it down some more, and I smelled it. It smells so good. And I tasted just a little, and I was like, I just want to eat it now. But I can't eat it until tomorrow. So I'm excited. That's my meal one of my meals for tomorrow. How do I feel today? Amazingly, I am really shocked. You would think a 500 calorie diet, I would be famished. I'm very busy. I'm very active in my day. I'm not sedentary at all, and I'm not hungry. So I'm thinking it has to be the drops, because I used to be on a 2,000 calorie diet, and in the middle of the day, I was just really, really hungry, and I'm not hungry. This evening, I'm not going to lie, I did want something to eat, not because I was hungry. It's just that boredom thing of, what can I eat? What can I snack on? But it had nothing to do with hunger. It was more up here. It had, I'm not hungry. So amazingly so. Today I did go through my pantry. I gave somebody 2 trash bags full of food. I gave away all the cereals and breakfast bars and all the processed food that I know that I should never ever eat again. I got rid of it all, so I wouldn't have to stare at it. Lots of candy, got it all out the house. So there you go. I honestly do think it is the drops, because you would think that I would be hungry. Okay, so let's talk about this. And I'm showing you guys because I'm the type of person, if I go through something trial and error, I don't like people to make the same mistakes. So I'm going to give you recipes. So if you're doing this, or you're getting ready to do the HCG diet, or when you do it, that, you'll know what works and what doesn't work. This doesn't work. I read about it online. I read about it in a book. It was an epic fail. Because when you're on the HCG diet, you're not supposed to have anything that has oil in it. Why? Because just like coconut oil, vitamin E, your body will absorb certain oils, and that's what? Calories. So Dr. Simeon says no oil, oil-free. And this was recommended in several books. This was an epic fail. Just the smell. I had, I don't like this stuff. I tried to just it honestly smells like a very old person, like somebody's great-grandmother, great-great-grandmother. My grandmother didn't even smell like this. She smelled good. But this, it just has, I put it on my body. Even my animals, my cats would come up to me and just sniff at me, and it was like, they were like, what do you have on? So this was an epic fail. Not only did I not like the smell, okay, so if this is recommended, you read this in a book, I would not recommend you buying this. I didn't like the smell, and it just, my feet and my hands were about to just crack up. It was all right for my arms and my legs, but I have extremely, very, very dry skin. This did not do it at all. So there you go. Actually, I got on Facebook yard sale group, and I'm like, somebody just picked this. I got 2 bottles off my front porch. Just come and get it because I don't want it. this was a win. I think it was Neutrogena. They have their version that's actually $5 more. And if you look at the top, it says 20% more than the national brand. So just go to CVS, get the generic kind. And this is oil-free moisturizer. Okay, oil-free moisturizer. I think it was only $9. And it was like buy one, get one half off. But this stuff, it actually, it worked. It is nice. And it didn't have no smell. I wasn't smelling like a very old person. I put it on my hands and it was just, it didn't have a weird film to it because I used somebody, and I'll get it tomorrow. It was another hand balm. It was, I think, in a green and yellow container. And that had a weird feeling. And this actually feels pretty good. See? See how nice and shiny that is? And it's oil-free. So it said right there, you see it, big letters? Oil-free. So I'm still staying in protocol. And I'll just put this on my face. I'll put this on. I got 2 bottles, so I can put it all over my whole body. And I can stay in protocol. So again, if you don't get this, do get this. This is CVS, generic. Neutrogena sells the same exact thing, but this is just a lot cheaper. So there you go. So there you go. That's it for today. And I honestly, and this is one more thing that I've took note, I had a lot more energy since being on this diet. Strange. 500 calorie diet, and I have a lot more energy. I think it's because, one, you have to drink water like crazy. So I have a lot more energy, and my diet is clean. This is 2 days of eating clean, no refined carbs. I think that all comes into play. But, you know, I'm cleaning the house. I'm doing things. I'm very active. I'm not tired. I'm not hungry. So I honestly do think that the drops have a lot to do with it. And I keep saying one more thing. Things keep popping in my head. Some ladies have mentioned that their mouth is really, really dry. And I asked this one question. I'm like, are you drinking enough water? And they're like, oh, probably not. Okay. Well, Dr. Simeon said, you must drink a lot of water. A lot of water. Okay? So if you're on the diet and you have dry mouth, because I have not experienced dry mouth at all, that means you need to up your water intake. So that's all for now, guys. I'll check back with you tomorrow. And that's it. Just had to, let you guys know my journey. So if you haven't, make sure you join my Facebook page. It's HCG with Tanya Ortiz. And I'm right in the middle of a blog. It's under construction. And I'll let you know probably in a couple days when that's up and running. And then, like I said, it'll be in a couple weeks. And I'll have the HCG for sale. It will be the pure HCG. It won't have 1,001 amino acids and water and alcohol and, 50 billion things added to it. So. And it will be at a very reasonable price, because that's another thing. There's a lot of doctors out here who's selling HCG, and they, like my girlfriend, she was paying $500 for the injections, and that's just totally insane. So take care. God bless. Thanks for watching me. Bye-bye.